What's up, you guys? This is Jransom from Both Guys Entertainment. I know I'm late doing this video, but if you watched the last video, Zeke said he's been playing Persona 4, so that's why there's been no upload. And me myself, my computer been stuck in limbo for like 140 hours. Barely got fixed a few hours ago, so sorry for the delay in the video, especially this video. Now, enough all that. We're getting into my first impressions of Final Fantasy 15 episode Duscae demo. So I was blown away, man. I was blown away. Like, okay, the trailers show me the goods, but just experiencing all the beauty of the game, it was just incredible. Now let's get into this gameplay. All interviews I've seen, people couldn't really narrow down what the gameplay was like. Some people said they'll make cry. Like, okay, that's the best one I heard. But the Tetsuya and the previous people said it was going to be like Kingdom Hearts gameplay, and it really is like that. And it's pretty cool about that. It's more fast paced. The enemies can dodge you. They will dodge, so you gotta like use your abilities. Now let me get into the skill sets that you use with the main character. I still know. I think it's Noctis. They call him Knock for short. Like you're knocking on the door. But yeah. Anyway, gameplay. You got the parry system. You know, you block at a certain time. All enemies don't like initiate a parry. From what I've seen, there's going to be these flickering little lines, like I guess brownish, kind of light brownish lines that appear above the enemy, and that's when you hit, I forgot what the parry was, square, and then you're gonna like push them back a little bit, and then you hit it again, or it's R1 and X you hit after. I forget. It's already been some time since I played it, and then you initiate a counter attack. Now, it's very hard to get the time down. At least for me, it was. But when you get it down, it is utterly satisfying. And if you do it, the bigger the enemy, the better it is. Cause I was fucking around killing these. I'm gonna say mammoths. That's what they look like. These mammoths. Little babies, and then the mama or papa want to come over and knocking the shit out of me and my team. So I parried them just in time, and then when I'm doing my counterattack, it was like the whole squad about to jump in and fuck this nigga up. It was it was just beautiful. So yeah, that's a good system. That is key to doing battles against tougher foes, especially people with big weapons. If you're fighting a human. Now MP is key because you really will need this. MP, you're gonna use it for a lot of stuff. Like if you didn't already know, Noctis uses for most of this stuff. He uses it to warp, and warp is basically you lock onto something, and then you go block on R1, and then you press X to warp to it, whether it be an enemy or like a watchtower that you could hang on. Now warping, Noctis throws his sword to that target and he teleports to it and hanging on. If it's like a scaffold or something, he hangs on. But if you lock onto a enemy, he teleports to him and does a strike. This is very key. Like I said, the enemies will dodge your attacks. This is very key when you want to like catch up to them and initiate attack using warp strike. But now, get back and shit. One take. Backtracking to MP. You use it for everything. Warping. Well, not everything, but a lot of stuff. Warping. If you hold L1, you could you could block or dodge. Like when someone tries to hit you while you hold R1, he like turn into particles and dodges it and moves out the way. and all this other stuff. And it's also techniques. Techniques is your MP. Techniques, you're gonna want to use your techniques. This is key. Like, oh, say somebody not healing you in time, or you can't get to a potion fast enough. This is where techniques come in. You have a move I use. It's called Dragon Blade. You can steal HP from the target. It has a precise precision strike, and it has like crowd control moves. Like, you will get jumped because there will be times where it's like 10 enemies attacking you at once, so you gotta be very careful. Like, I think it's one of them was Tempest, like he spin around, and another one is Dragon Jump. You jump in the air and like do it and slam to the ground. These techniques will come in handy when you get like swarmed by enemies. Oh, and now since I mentioned weapons are important too, because depending on like what you press, like I think pressing square you could just do a flurry of like one hit, using swords like one-handed attack, swift strike, or you can hold square again, or yeah, it was square in a different direction I believe, and he changed to the lance for like a more precise strike instead of swinging like wildly with the one hand. Or you could like switch to the two-handed, the slow-handed, I'm probably butchering the name, and go for a powerful strike. It's slow. Now you could pause it and change the order of what you want these weapons to appear, so to match with your gameplay. So that's pretty cool. And but yeah, and there was a stealth section where we had to follow this behemoth, and I was like, oh, I kind of liked it. It's like you can't get too far away from. I think they like too picky on how far away you can be, because I could see him, but it's like, oh, you're gonna lose him because you're in this foggy area. I could clearly see him, like a leg or something, but it's like, oh, be too far away, you're gonna fail the mission. Because in this section that I was in, it was like items I wanted to pick up, but I couldn't run that way, so or else he was I would have lost him and failed the mission, which I did once trying to get some item. So you gotta be quick about it. You're gonna risk him seeing you, but you could take cover. So yeah, I hope there's more stealth sections, not a lot, but just like throw some in every once in a while. Now, speaking about taking cover, sidetracking back to the MP. When you're low on MP, Noctis, he goes in this state where like he can't really do much, and he's on MP, like he's like dizzy and stuff, or he's like staggering around the place. So what you want him to do is hide behind a rock. You go behind a rock and take cover. You heal back your MP, I think HP, a little HP, or you go warp to use your warp ability. If you have a little, you gotta have a little MP, because when you run out, it turns pink. If you have some, it's blue. You can use warp to like a an antenna or a scaffold or something to recharge there, and then you can also scout the area. So I played about 4 hours. I beat it within 4 hours. It was pretty cool. It was a lot of stuff to do. I mean, it wasn't that much, but I found some quests after I did the main mission, some little side missions, and I didn't feel like doing it because it was like eliminate these enemies in the time. Now I played a lot of it. I got to like level, I think the highest was 35. Noctis is like the lowest level, he's 30, but I did a pretty good amount, and I was very thorough. So I think it was like 2 quests I missed. And the good thing about it, if you want to play it again, you can go back to it. It loads right before you get in the car and drive away, so that's pretty cool. You could enjoy the world a little bit more. Now camping is something you do. You gotta go to these camping. You gotta go to a campsite, and that is where you rest for the day, and where you can level up. All the XP you accumulated through the day and night, it all like transfers there when you're camping. And the cool thing is about this is while you're killing enemies and finding stuff out on the field, that is the ingredients that goes into cooking, because you have a chef. One of your crew members is a chef, so he makes food for the whole party. And depending on what you got, you're going to get some good buffs for the next day. It'll last for a limited time. But yeah, I like this system. I think it's pretty cool. Leveling up when you go set up camp. So I hope that stays. What I noticed wasn't in the demo though is switching party members, because I believe at the E3 trailer or before E3 Tokyo Game Show, it showed you switching to the dude with the guns. Prompto, I think that's his name, and he was aiming at enemies that could fly, so you could switch to him and then like open up an aiming system, you know, like on Dirge servers, Final Fantasy VII, and switching between party members wasn't available in this demo. So I hope they didn't scrap it, because I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, moving on, the party banter. I love it. I noticed it started repeating over time, like after about 2.5 hours in, but it was still enjoyable. It didn't really bother me much. And it's like when you're fighting, that's also when it's pretty cool, because you won't damage your party member, but if you like swing in the direction trying to hit an enemy where they're at, and your party members in right there, they're going to get mad at you. They're going to be like what is his name? Gladius. He uses the two-handed sword. Do all the tattoos in case you up on your Final Fantasy 15 knowledge and characters. He got mad at me, like I swung in his direction. He like, watch where you're aiming that thing, and then Noctis replies like, oh my bad, or something, or he says something smart. He gives a smart remark back, I think, depending on who he's talking to. Or like, I remember I swung towards the chef. I don't remember. I think his name was Ignis, and he said something, and then Noctis gave a smart remark. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then like when you're like in other areas, like you're watching the scenery, they're gonna just like marvel in it. They say stuff that just like, wow, this is pretty amazing, or something like that. And like when I was crawling through squeezing through these cracks in the cave, somebody said something like Prompto, he said he was hyperventilating or something like that, and then they said something to him I thought was pretty funny. But Prompto, he is hilarious. Somebody said they didn't like his voice actor in the interview or whatever, or first impression. They say it sounded like more like the 1990s voice acting back then. Like, what? It was me and my friend loved the voice actor, whoever it is. Whoever plays the Prompto, he is hilarious. I like all the voice actors in the game. Noctis, I thought he was gonna sound like more like a teen, but Noctis has a deep ass voice, which is crazy. But yeah, phenomenal job of picking the voice actors. I thought it was pretty good. Now, graphics. I know it's a demo, but I had to point this out anyway, since the game is 60% done as of now. And then I don't know where they developed the demo, but I know in the first opening cutscene I noticed like you can kind of see the pickles. I said fucking pickles. One take pixels on the character, like, or I don't know if it's pixels, but I saw like his arm was like looking all colorful, like it was like all different color rainbowish, you know, like Tekken graphics look. But it was just like for one instance in the scene, it didn't bother me too. It didn't really bother me, but I just wanted to point that out. So I'm sure the graphics will improve like at an enormous rate when the game is actually out. I just wanted to point that out. But yeah, the attention to detail in this game, it is phenomenal. Like I went to this what was it? I went to this like, was it a ranch? Yeah, a chocobo ranch, and it had people coming to visit to like pet the chocobos. Each day I came to visit, this couple had new things to say. They were just talking like it was actually voice acting stuff, and I thought that was pretty cool. I want to hear the same old stuff, but I'm segueing away from the graphics. But back to the graphics. They are Square Enix outdoing themselves, because I know it wasn't that many like NPCs in there, but from what I'm seeing, they going pretty thorough on the all the different characters, even if it's just NPCs. Like they're looking pretty top notch. They're not like downgrading the NPCs to like favor the main cast of characters. And I seen this one girl, she was sitting down eating, and it actually showed her she had a fork. It actually showed her poke into it, pick up that piece of food, and put it in her mouth. And she was like chewing. It was like that little detail just blew my mind. Cause like, what games do that? Most games you see them, they have a spoon. You see them scoop it up, but there's nothing in the spoon, and they're eating nothing. They're eating air. I thought that was pretty fucking dope. I don't know about y'all, but that was pretty awesome to me. And it was something else I wanted to mention about graphic. Oh yeah, here we go. Where your car is being fixed at, this is a gas station / mechanic shop. Inside the gas station, it looks like a fucking gas station, like the mini market, like, you know, at gas stations have, like, where you buy snacks and stuff, all kind of snacks or magazines or whatever. It looks exactly like inside a mini market at a gas station. Like, I went inside. I wish I could show you some of this stuff, but my footage got corrupted for some reason. I don't know why, but it was so amazing, like how beautiful the gas station was. Like, I know it's a gas station, but inside it looked like I was in a real gas station. It was magazines placed there, and it's like, oh, it looked like I could actually buy this stuff. So I just thought that was pretty cool. I want to backtrack the gameplay because I forgot to mention it, because again, my footage got corrupted, so you can't really see this, what I experienced. It was this part on the behemoth first fight. Ignis, that's the cook, he planned out, he had his tactics for fighting us. We all had parts to do. Gladius hid behind a rock to get into the behemoth's blind spot. Prompto was on this ledge to shoot this gasoline tank to blow up by him. And I had to, as Noctis, I had to warp to scaffold to lure him by, so Prompto could strike. I mean, Gladius could strike. Prompto could shoot the tank and like have it explode on him, and then I go for the finishing blow, which is pretty dope. After he got caught on fire, I jumped on him and like slashed him. Even though that didn't kill him, I thought that was pretty cool. Like, you have tactics to defeat enemies. I hope that aspect they keep that, because for not all bosses, but certain bosses, you're going to need strategy, like step-by-step planning to defeat this guy. Like, oh, you gotta shock this, or you gotta get into this to like paralyze him or something. That if they keep that, I would love that. I thought that was pretty good play. I think it was well thought out. I mean, it was basic, but just in the future, you know, get more complex on what you gotta do. And they do decide to keep that. Now, I'm gonna mention one more thing because I don't remember the rest because my footage just corrupted again. The summons. The summons is just it's just moi. I'm gonna let you look at it. And but yeah, the summon is some next level shit. It is like beyond amazing. Like, when I did it, what happens is if Noctis loses all his health, you get to press R3 to activate the summon, and then yeah, because it's pretty fucking OP. I could have took out the behemoth by myself, but the characters, because at my level it's pretty strong, but my characters glitched. They went somewhere, it was a glitch in the game, and they disappeared. But I used a summon, and it was like crazy. It's just beautiful. You'll see it. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention one more thing, but yeah, summons fucking epic. Keep it the way it is. It was fucking awesome. I wanted to mention one more thing. It's like randomly these airships come out and these soldiers like drop from wires and stuff and come down. They look. I heard that from a previous Final Fantasy, you know, like paying homage to like the Final Fantasy series. They're like empty soldiers. Someone said, I don't know, but they just come down. I don't know. They're from like the army, I guess, that like after Noctis, you know, since I guess they killed his father, I think. But yeah, it's just random. Like I was fighting a bunch of behemoths, and then this ship comes out of nowhere, and these soldiers come down and fight me. Like really, it was crazy. That's why you can really get surrounded by tons of enemies, and you can get overwhelmed if you don't know what you're doing. But yeah, let me know what you think. Are you hyped for Final Fantasy 15? Did you buy Type 0 and so you can get the demo, and did you play it? Are you willing to play it after hearing this, my first impressions? And when do you think it will come out? Let me know all that in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time in the next Bro Guy Talks. Peace.